Why does speaking out about Israel come with such a steep price? A courageous U.S. colonel just found out the hard way. His bold statements rattled the Pentagon, and now he's out of a job. Just days ago, Colonel Nathan McCormack, a senior officer in the Joint Chiefs of Staff, was sacked after sharing fiery remarks online. He labeled Israel a death cult and criticized Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as a Judeo-supremacist, driving a government that feeds on conflict. McCormack went further, arguing that the U.S. acts as Israel's loyal servant, following its lead while losing credibility across the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. The Pentagon moved swiftly. Within days, McCormack was removed from his position and handed over to the Army for investigation. Why? Because he dared to question Israel's actions and America's role in supporting them. What did McCormack mean by death cult? He was highlighting Israel's aggressive policies under Netanyahu. Decades of occupation, growing settlements, and military strikes that perpetuate endless conflict. Consider this: Israel's leadership has intensified tensions with Iran, bombed civilian areas in Gaza, and uprooted thousands in the West Bank, all under the banner of self-defense. McCormack saw it for what it is: a system that thrives on turmoil, propped up by billions in U.S. aid. He argued that America's unwavering support for Israel doesn't just harm Palestinians, it paints a target on the U.S. globally. He's got a point. Surveys reveal rising frustration in the global South over America's pro-Israel stance, yet our leaders keep funneling money to Netanyahu's regime. Why did McCormack's words sting so much? He wasn't just any officer. He was a strategist in the Joint Chiefs, deeply involved in Middle East policy. His role gave him insight into how U.S. decisions often align with Israel's demands. When he called out Netanyahu's Judeo-supremacist allies, he was exposing an ideology that prioritizes one group's control over fairness for all. This isn't about faith, it's about a political agenda rooted in division and conflict. His posts also suggested sensitive details, like alleged warnings to Israel, which the Pentagon is now probing. But let's be honest, his real offense wasn't spilling secrets. It was daring to question the untouchable U.S.-Israel partnership. Why was McCormack shut down so quickly? The Jewish News Syndicate reported the story, and pro-Israel groups sprang into action. These organizations have a history of stifling criticism of Israel, branding it as hate to kill discussion. McCormack's dismissal sends a stark warning: challenge Israel, and your career is done. This isn't just about one colonel. It's about controlling the narrative. Our leaders don't want you questioning why we bankroll Israel's conflicts or why our troops are caught in wars linked to Netanyahu's goals. They want silence, and they want McCormack gone. But we won't stay silent. McCormack's bravery shows what's at stake. He sacrificed everything to reveal how Israel's actions under Netanyahu's leadership pull America into a moral and strategic quagmire. It's time to ask tough questions. Why does our government shield a regime that fuels strife? Why do we punish those who dare to speak? Share this video to amplify McCormack's message. Let's honor his courage by exposing Israel's war machine and the leaders who enable it. The truth comes at a cost. It took a colonel's job. Now it's our turn to make sure it's heard.